Welcome back to another episode of Entertainment Beyond. As always, I am your only host, Jensen, the beautiful and majestic motherfucking Dean Jackson, coming to you from the smoke shack outside of my job. About to start a shift in a couple minutes. But before I started work tonight, I went and saw Godzilla x Kong, The New Empire. And it was fucking fun. You know, and I said, I didn't say it on this version of the podcast. This version hasn't been around that long. But when I saw Godzilla -1, I equated Toho's version of Godzilla to lobster with a side of Wagyu steak, so to speak, and I compared the American interpretation of Godzilla to cheeseburgers and French fries, and that's very much what it is. It's a total Saturday morning cartoon vibe. I love that they're embracing this more wacky, zany world of big fucking monsters and shit like that. One of the few things that didn't work for me, however, is the actor. Everybody apparently on Twitter is like in love with the dude, but I found him to be very annoying, and it's I want to say his accent was Australian. He's called Trench or something like that, or Tool, or some stupid ass one name archetype, and he's all positivity, and he can sense danger and people around you. Like, but the guy's supposed to be a veterinarian for fucking kaiju, but he's like got this I feel like the writers tried to make his character cool, and I feel like a character like that would have worked out in the fucking 90s, you know? Like, that's where that character feels like it was pulled from, where it was written from, was the character archetype of someone from the fucking 90s. I also didn't appreciate their weird soundtrack they had. Every time he'd go into battle, so to speak, he'd write into like the weirdest, like, I feel like they're public domain songs. Like the makers behind this film are like, no, we're gonna save money because the budget's gonna be bananas. So, but we're going to have a very cheap budget for music, because the music just felt like off kilter as fuck. It didn't feel. It just felt cheap. Like, I knew the songs, but they're either very public domainy songs or they're covers of songs. It's like one of the two. There's not a third option there. I loved Godzilla's. You know, Kong is off trying to discover Hollow Earth and see if he's got, you know, some fellow. Since he's a king, I guess he'd be looking for his subjects or minions if he's an evil king. And so while Kong is off trying to build his empire, so to speak, a new empire, Godzilla's on topsoil, fucking consolidating the fuck out of some power. He fights a fucking sea dragon, and in my head I named it Titanus Drogonus. Titan Dragon or Dragon Titan, whatever. It sounds cool in my head, okay? Fuck off with your opinions. He fights this fucking dragon, then nests in its chamber and consolidates its power, and essentially goes from Super Saiyan Blue to Super Saiyan Pink. And it's badass. Like, this was, I had a good time. And, you know, these films aren't going to be for everybody. And if you don't, you know, if you're not going to get down with the get down, then just shut the fuck up. You ain't got to be a negative Nelson, Nelly, Nancy, no good for nothing Negro. There seemed to be some sort of romance or bromance, but more like romance, in between Brian Tyree Henry's character and that annoying Aussie dude. Like a lot of those picking up some subtle, then there's one line where he flies a ship, fucking dramatic scene with a bunch of electricity birds and public domain or cover band music blaring, and Brian Tyree Henry's character yells out, he either said, "I could kiss you on the mouth," or "I'm going to kiss you on the mouth." I'm just like, all right, whatever. It was not that I'm against that. It's just something very subtle and funny that I picked up. I'm like, was this intentionally written to read as these two men having more than some kind of professional respect for each other? One thing that also that I found hilarious, I was like, you little fucker, but I did find it hilarious, is that you can't even really call him Baby Kong, but for lack of a better reference, Baby Kong. This little nigga tries to fucking set up King Kong at least like 2.5 times, get just killed. It's rebellious. Like there's some like in the little fucker's eyes, his little green eyes, just like there's something there that just makes me not trust that little fucker. But he ends up coming through clutch at the end, the last second. It was also the first time King Kong encounters Baby Kong. I never thought that King Kong would be the type of savage that would take a small monkey and use it to batter other monkeys. I just laughed. He picks him up by the leg and starts using him as a baseball bat to fucking beat the shit out of the fucking other monkeys that are trying to jump him. And what looked like some sort of we're going to eat you situation. They looked kind of cannibalistic. But like I said, in the end, he fucking Baby Kong comes through in the clutch. Fucking a surprise I did not expect was, in full spoilers, I should have stated this at the beginning of this thoughts and opinions review, but full spoilers, but fucking Mothra makes a return. Mothra is like the coolest. I didn't know that she was considered the queen of monsters, and that'd kind of make her some type of something with Godzilla. But yeah, fucking Mothra returns, and kind of when she shows up, ain't shit going down, Judge Joe Brown. The way it ended definitely earns the title of the new empire, with Kong ruling over. He found his people, so to speak. I'm not sure. I don't know if it didn't really feel like they were expressly setting up a sequel. Like there were there's going to be a third Godzilla and Kong film. But then again, fucking Godzilla versus Kong didn't really set up didn't really seem like it ended in a way that'd be like, to quote Stu Macher from Scream, but wait, there's more. Or maybe that was fucking Homeboy from motherfucking Scary Movie. Sometimes I get those two first films confused, and I'd be misquoting, stating one quote of a film when it's really from another. But yeah, they didn't really set up any kind of anything to let us know this film will be coming down the pike. Just so you're not in the theaters waiting, because we all know Marvel films have us doing that foolishness. There are no after credits scene. But yeah, I loved the film. I enjoyed it. And on this podcast, I give between 1 and 4 thumbs up. And I'm going to give Godzilla x Kong the New Empire 3 thumbs up. I fucking had fun. Everybody in the theater had fun. It was a great time. Pretty family-friendly film. Get out there and enjoy it. Especially if you got Regal Unlimited, you're not losing anything. All right. Good night, mwah, and goodbye.